Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So the question
yeah.
number one, list Krishna's eight material, gross and subtle energies. So eight gross categories are earth, water, fire, air, sky, right? They are gross.
Yes. Yes.
And the subtle ones are mind, intelligence, and false egos.
Correct. Yeah. So together
Yeah,
they make eight. They make eight.
eight.
Five gross
Mm.
and three subtle.
Yes.
So in the five
So next,
gross, it also includes, if we say, if they include the five sense objects, form, touch, sound, taste, and smell. When we say that.
no. I think
No.
when it comes to material energies, I think this is what will come in at least
That.
7.4, because it's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Bhumya, aponalo, vayu, kammano, buddhi, evacha. So accordingly,
Yeah.
it is written 7.4. So according to 7.4, what is there?
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So next one is give the English meaning of the words para prakriti and apara
Yeah.
prakriti.
Hare Krishna, Kripa Mataji. Nice that you've joined us.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Okay.
Kripa. Yeah.
So para prakriti is the superior energy of the Lord, right?
Yes. Yes.
And the apara prakriti is the inferior energy of the Lord.
Yes. And we could
So what have
specify
you
here
written?
that para prakriti includes the superior energy, and those are the living entities. And
Yes.
apara prakriti, we can specify that both the gross and subtle forms of material nature come under the category of inferior energy or apara prakriti.
Yes, correct.
Right.
Then the next question was list 6 ways Krishna can be seen in the material world, which is 7.8 to 11.
7.11.
So according to that, those shlokas, it is raso ham apsu kaunteya. So it
Taste
is
of
like taste of
water,
water. Yeah, correct.
light of the sun
Light
and
of,
moon,
correct.
syllable Om in
Syllable,
Vedic mantra,
sound in
sound in
ether,
ether, ability
ability
in
in man.
man, original fragrance.
Then next one is punyo gandha. So
Sixth
that
one is
one is
original
original.
fragrance of the earth, Mataji.
Yes.
Yeah. And there are
Then
actually
heat in,
14 of them. Out of that, we
Heat
are
is
asked to
fire.
write only 6.
actually, yes, Mataji, there are around 14 to 15, but from 7.8 to 11, they said.
Yeah.
So we can at least uh, learn at least 15. If not, at that moment, we may get 6 only.
Yeah. But I got only 14, Mataji. I don't know which is the 15th one. So I got
Like it is the original fragrance of the earth, then
earth,
heat in fire,
heat and fire,
life of all that
life
lives,
of all that lives,
the penances of
penance
all
of
the
all
ascetics,
ascetics,
the
original
original
seed,
bijam mam sarva bhutanam, so the original seed
seed
of
of
all
all
existence,
existences,
intelligence of
intelligence
all
of
the
the
intelligent,
intelligent,
the
prowess
prowess of
of
all
all
powerful men,
powerful men,
strength of the
strength of the
strong,
strong,
balam balavatam chaham, so devoid of passion
devoid
and
of passion
desire,
and desire is a part of that only, Mataji.
strength of the
Right?
strong. No, Mataji, devoid of, yeah, but no. It will be different, right,
Is
Mataji?
it? I thought strength of the
Mm.
strong, that's such a strength which is
Strength, the
not
strength is
having
a.
passion or desire. Like that, I thought.
Mm, no, I don't think so.
Okay. So strength of the strong is one, and devoid of
Yeah,
passion and desire is another one.
is my understanding. I may be wrong
Okay.
also.
Okay. And then
So,
the
sex life,
15th
which
one
is
is
not
sex.
contrary to religious
Hare
principles.
Krishna Mataji, I think
Hare
it is
Krishna.
1 point. Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
You feel it is
Because
one
I feel
point.
it is, yeah, I mean, I might be wrong, Mataji, to correct me. It's I am strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire.
Just like
So
we
there's a
say
comma.
sex life, just like we say Krishna is sex life, which is not contrary to
Mhm.
religious principles. Similarly,
Yes.
Krishna is the strength of the strong, but
Uh,
such a strong person who is
Devoid
not
of
driven by passion or desire. Something like that.
passion and
yeah.
desire. Yeah,
I'm just checking
correct.
7 point. It is 7.10,
Sure.
right? So I'm just checking the shlokas.
7.11.
Yes,
Bijam
Mataji.
This
mam
shloka is 7 point.
sarvabhutanam viddhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam tejas
That is
vinamaham. Not that
intelligence.
one. No. Balam balavatam
No, this
chaham
is 11.
kama raga vivarjitam.
Balam balavatam
So,
chaham kama raga vivarjitam. It says, I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion. So
strength of the
the
strong.
purport Srila Prabhupada writes, a strong man's strength should be applied to protect the weak And not for personal aggression. So maybe he
Aggression.
means that the strong man's strength should not be used for his passion and desire.
Passion and
It is what
desire.
personal aggression probably means. I am not sure. Could be like that. So
I'm also going into the purport to check,
yes, Madhuri.
just to make sure that we are on the right page.
Right, right. So this is 11, 7.11.
7.11, right? I'm just going there just to read what Srila Prabhupada has written. But anyway, even if it is one, that's also all right.
Yeah,
I'm
if
the
it is
strength
2,
of the
there would be
strong.
15. Otherwise, there are
But
14.
Mataji, because there is a comma, it is one sentence only.
And the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire.
Because it is there is just a comma, it
Hmm.
cannot be two.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, that is true. Okay.
Okay.
So give
And
the
then
English meaning of the terms Dushkriti and Sukriti.
I have
So
simply written
Dushkriti is
Dushkritanu,
basically miscreants,
miscreants, yeah.
Correct.
and
Sukritanu,
Sukriti are those
pious,
who follow the
People in
scriptures,
religious
regulative
principles
principles.
of the scriptures. Is that
Yes.
enough, or
mode
do
of
we need
goodness.
to expand some more?
I think it is just one pointer, right? So I don't think we need to.
There's no need to expand more.
I guess so.
Okay, Madhavi.
I mean, unless and until we have enough time.
Yeah, or we can ask Mataji if we need to write what are the 6 types of Dushkritanu and the 6 types. 6
That's
types.
the next one is already given, right? List in Sanskrit and English
4
four
types.
types.
4 types, not
Yeah.
6. Yeah, yeah.
Four
Yeah,
types
next
who do
question
and
is
don't
that.
surrender to Krishna. It's already given. So next question.
Yes, yes. But in case any
So,
one of this is given, then if we have like time, we can write it as a combined answer.
yes, Mataji. So, okay, so 4 types who do surrender to Krishna.
Mudha,
So,
foolish.
those who are sometimes distressed, needing money, and inquisitive, and searching for full knowledge. So,
Artho,
that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Artho, the distressed.
Arthasi, is that the one? Jignasu?
Yeah.
Yes,
Artho is the
that one.
distressed one. Jignasu is a inquisitive. Artharthi is a person who is in need of
Arthasi.
money. Jnani is the seeker of
Hmm.
knowledge.
Knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah. And then it is mentioned that one has to transcend all these, people who come to Krishna just to get things. Then you transcend all this before they come to the stage of pure devotional service. So these are all the lower levels of
Yeah,
devotion.
these are all material desires that
Yeah.
they have.
Yes, Mataji. And 4 types of
Yeah.
people who do not surrender, they just refuse to surrender, are the mudha, grossly foolish, like us, like me actually, just running after things and not really surrendering. Second is the Naradhama, the lowest of mankind. So, what is basically the lowest of mankind example? We had no slides related with example.
Jagai Madai were there,
Maybe
Mataji.
grossly foolish, they had shown one ass with a big, a donkey with a big burden
Jagai Madai is the example for
of
Naradhama.
Naradhama. Those are like true villains
Naradama.
only. Then Maya Pahrita Jnani are the
They are
scientists.
all scientists and all those
Who do,
philosophers.
yeah, too much educated, like once Mataji was saying that those who study too much, as they study more and more, they stop believing in God. Percentage of how much more they study, most people has been seen by research or survey that the more you get educated, the less you believe.
Because they try to look at everything from the scientific point of view, but in um, they try to like deduce everything, like they try
Actually,
to get an answer
the
scientifically.
materialistic, yes, Mataji, the materialistic way of looking at things is that you should only believe what you see and hear. If you don't really
Hmm.
see, then they think it is stupid to believe. Like, how can you believe something which you can't see? Whereas the whole spirituality rests on, have faith, and the spirit is there, although you've never seen, and the scientists can never see the spirit, they will never see it. So they will
So the
never.
next one is
Yeah. Last one is
Asuri
Asaram Bhava Mashrita.
Bhava Ashritaha.
Yeah.
So they are atheists
So those
basically.
are the atheists. Yeah. They
Yeah,
accept
they don't
the
want to
demonic
surrender
nature.
to God. That's it.
Yeah. And Prabhupada always says atheists are the demons. They are the people who accept the demonic nature.
Yes. The number 7 question is amongst those who
6,
surrender
no,
to
Mataji.
Krishna, who
Answer
is
6
most
we didn't
dear
do.
and why?
Answer
Sorry.
6. Yeah, 6 that is.
Is it question 6 or 7?
6, no, Mataji. 7th is give the
Uh,
English meaning of Hritagnyana and Antavat
1, 2, 3,
Phalamtesha.
4, 5, 6. 7th is give the meaning of
Yeah.
terms Ritagnyana and Antavantatu Phalam Tesham. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Mataji. Okay. So that one is Hirtagnyana is deprived of knowledge, whose knowledge is distorted.
Distorted knowledge, yes.
And Antavantutu Phalam is Antavant is like perishable, right? Which is not
Limited,
lasting anymore.
temporary, perishable. Phalams.
Temporary. Phalam is the fruit or the result.
Yeah. So I have added a few lines. I have written that in 7.20, Krishna says that those whose mind or knowledge are distorted by material desires, that is, those who are Ritagyanas, they surrender unto different demigods. So Srila Prabhupada refers to such people whose material contamination is not completely washed off as non-devotees. Because they are phalam, when they are praying to the demigods, then what they get out of it is temporary.
So you have quoted 7.20 and 23.
Yeah, 7 point. I don't know whether I wrote this actually quite long back. I don't remember whether
Okay.
I referred to both, but I've just added this point to my answer.
Okay.
And answer
Okay, ma'am.
6, among those who surrender to Krishna, who is most dear and wise? So those among those who Hare Krishna, Minal Mataji and Lipsa Mataji. So nice to have you join us. Yeah. We are discussing chapter 7. We have reached question 6 and 7 already, Mataji. 7 we finished. We're just going to 6 because we missed it. So, according to 7.17, which is what is given in the question 7.7, these numbers, verse numbers will not be given in the exam. Among those who
Oh, okay.
yeah, the verse numbers will not be given. That's why Mataji says that you can refer to the entire chapter when you're writing the answer, because they will not give you verse numbers.
So
So
the answer to this one is the devotee who is in full knowledge and is at the
yes,
same
yes,
time engaged in devotional service is very dear to Krishna.
yes, Mataji, which is a jnani. And that is
Hmm.
because there are 3 reasons I have written here. One is the reason why Krishna likes a jnani is that he has no material desire or aspiration, and his only purpose is to serve the Lord by using his intelligence. And the second reason I've written is such a person who is situated in pure knowledge of transcendence is so protected that material contamination cannot even touch him. And the third is he cannot live a second without serving Krishna, and that is why Krishna is very fond of such a devotee, and he cannot be separated from this kind of a devotee. And I've written that thus,
Yes.
although the distressed, inquisitive, penniless, and seeker of knowledge, all 4 of them, when they become free of contamination of material desires, they can become pure devotee. Yet Krishna says that the jnani is the best. So this one I've written a little long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must have definitely referred to the purports of those.
I'm reading the purport and it's it's
It's
written he
there,
who
no?
is
Yeah,
situated in pure knowledge of transcendence of Supreme Personality of Godhead is so protected in devotional service that material contamination cannot touch him.
right.
Yeah, it is there. Okay, so next question, we can move on to the next
Yes,
one.
yes.
With what Sanskrit word does Krishna describe the impersonalists, right?
Yes,
He
Mayavadi.
calls him,
Mayavadi, no? In 7.24, the Sanskrit word which Prabhupada
but
used, Mayavadi.
they didn't, is it 7.24? Yeah, okay, I did
Yeah,
not see
who do not know
7.24.
the ultimate. Mayavadis are those who do not know the ultimate truth, and they are still in the first stage where they believe that the Lord is simply energy or light, isn't it? So they don't believe in the impersonal, they believe in the
The shloka
impersonal
is
form.
Shloka is
7.24.
avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyate mama buddhaya param bhavam ajananto mama vyaya anuttamam. So abuddhaya. So they are abuddhaya.
Is the word abudhaya? But if you look at the
Yeah, there is a
if you look
word
at the purport,
abuddhaya. So the
just look at
Krishna
the
describes
purport
the
also.
impersonalist as abuddhaya.
Okay.
Less intelligent. Abudaya.
So abuddhaya means less intelligent people.
It says Okay, does Krishna use? All right, all right. So Abudhaya is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
answer. Okay.
So because in this shloka we have to
Okay.
refer 24, if we have to refer, then avyaktam
Huh.
vyaktimapana manyate mama abudhaya.
Right, right.
Param bhavam ajananto mama vyaya manat. Okay. So it is abudhaya, and we can also add mayavadi, Mataji. We can add, right?
Yeah, we can add because it comes in the purport on page 351 if you have the same book that I'm having. That is in
I'm seeing Veda based, Mataji.
okay. So in the purport, one, two, three, four, fifth, the fifth paragraph, the last three lines, it says, non-devotee impersonalists think that Krishna has a body made of this material nature, and that all his activities and his form and everything are just Maya. And these impersonalists are called Mayavadis. They do not know the ultimate truth. So that's what
Yeah,
Prabhupada
that's
has
right.
written in that. But like
Okay.
you said, if you ask for a Sanskrit word that Krishna uses to describe, then you're right. Like it has to be Abudhaya because
Because it is written with what Sanskrit word does Krishna describe?
correct. That's what. That's what. So less
Then we have to
intelligent
use
people
the
are
word
Abudhaya.
abudhaya.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Mataji.
Maybe
Yes.
Mataji, if we have time, we can even write Mayavadis and just write it as an explanation.
Yes. Yes.
Just
Yeah, additional we can always write, but
yeah,
we
we
have
can
to
always,
be
yeah,
correct to that question. The answer has to be
correct,
exact to
Yes.
correct.
that question,
Yes.
right?
Because
Yeah,
Sanskrit
Mayavadi, I
word.
don't think is a Sanskrit word.
No, 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 no,
correct.
Mataji.
That's right.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
That is Prabhupada's purport, Mataji.
Yes.
Whereas here
Yes.
it is written Sanskrit word.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
Next
Define
one.
and briefly explain the significance of the terms Ichha and Dvesha.
Iksha is
Ichha is
desire.
desire and Dvesha is
Dvesha is
hate.
hate. Yeah. Desire and hate. So the
Yeah,
significance
so
of the
and
terms. You want to say
we can
Mataji?
add.
Shall I read my answer?
Yes, please.
Okay. So like I've written the significance of the term in 7.27 of the terms Iksha, desire, Dvesha, hate is that Lord Krishna says that the reason behind living entities being born into delusion or Maya is because they are overcome by the dualities of Iksha or desire and Dvesha or hate. So thus in other words, the delusory energy or Maya is manifested in the duality of desire and hate. The reason why ignorant people want to become one with God is also desire and hate. His envy for Krishna also springs from desire and hate. So such deluded persons are symptomatically dwelling in various dualities of honor and dishonor, misery and happiness, man and woman, good and bad, pleasure and pain, etc. And they are plundered by, I don't know if you can write so much, but we can try and remember, and are plundered by a sense of
Mataji, these are
proprietorship.
very closed book short questions,
Yeah,
Mataji.
my house, my wife, my child, my kids. Such deluded persons are completely foolish and they cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. On the other hand, pure devotees who are not deluded by Iksha, desire, and Dvesha, hate, only they can understand Lord Krishna by, what is it? Who appears by his internal potencies. Understand Krishna as appearing by his internal potencies. Yeah, this
Okay.
answer is too long. We'll have to shorten it and write.
Yes, yes, Mataji. But overall, we understood that whoever whoever envies Krishna,
Hmm.
they are the ones, right? Because of
Yeah.
desire and hate, the ignorant
Yes.
person, he just wants to be one with the Supreme Lord, and he envies Krishna.
Yes.
Whereas pure devotees don't.
Correct. So they feel that these Advaita people, they want to always think that we can become one and then we become God Himself. They feel that we
Yes.
can just
And whereas
more
pure
than
devotees, they know that Lord is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and
we are
they
like a
understand
drop
that
in
He
that
appears
ocean
by
of
His internal potencies,
yeah.
and they are not ignorant,
Yeah.
and they know that God has created all these things through His material energies. They know all this, how
Yes.
it is being made. Basically, we can write He's Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. They know that.
Yes, Mataji. We can
So
also
let's
mention the analogy of drop and drop of water and ocean. No, for that
Uh,
point.
when analogies come, then only we should add, because what happens is, Mataji, when the questions are being asked, we have to be on the mark as the
Hmm.
question is being asked, because otherwise they will not want to read something extra.
Right, right.
Only when analogies are asked, we should put. These
Right.
are short questions. That's why.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Mataji.
Give the English meaning of the terms antagatam papam punya karmanam.
Antagatam papam is completely eradicated of sin,
Yes.
and punya karmanam
Karmanam,
is highest
pious.
previous activities. Karmanam here
Hmm.
means previous activities, and punya means
Yesham
previous.
twantagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandva moha
7.28.
nirmuktaha
Have you
bhajante
learned
mam
all these verses,
dridhavrata.
Mataji, or you're reading? Have you learned them?
I know some. I am reading some.
Okay. Yesha tvantagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridha vrataha. So these two terms depict the two conditions for qualifying to be able
Which
to
shloka number
engage.
is this, Mataji?
It's
I don't remember.
7.28, Mataji.
28. Okay, let me go.
Yeah. These two terms depict the two conditions for qualifying to be able to engage themselves in Krishna's service with determination. So in this verse 7.28, Krishna explains the eligibility for being able to elevate oneself to the transcendental position. For those who are sinful, atheistic, or foolish and deceitful, it's very, very difficult to transcend the duality of desire and hate, or iksha and dvesha. Only for somebody who is done punya karmanam, that is, they have passed their lives in practicing the regulated principles of religion and have acted piously, only such people who are antagatam papam, that means they have conquered their sinful reactions, only they can accept devotional service in the first place.
Maybe Mataji, we can just use the translation for if you want to explain. Like here it is written, right? Persons who have acted piously in previous lives. So, so that will cover punya karmanam, and in this life, and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, are freed from dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination. So maybe something can help over here with this, because this is a short question. That's why I'm thinking how to make it shorter.
Yes, yes, Mataji. So in short,
After explaining antagatam papam and punya karmanam,
first we'll simply write the translation. Antagatam papam
meaning
is one who is completely eradicated of sin. And punya karmanam is somebody who is pious due to his previous, or who has pious previous activities accumulated.
yes, Mataji. And then we need to explain, if we have to explain, that then we will use the translation as explanation.
All right, all right.
Because this seems to be shorter, and because this is short questions, better to make it as short as possible.
Okay.
Why waste Mataji's time?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yes,
So we end with the short questions.
Yes. So
Then we move on to the
chapter
next one.
7, any question from the long ones which you need to do related to the analogies?
I was just thinking about the analogy, Mataji.
Explain the analogy of the pearl strung on the thread is one analogy as a question from verse 7.7.
How many analogies are there?
Then there's an I'm just looking at the questions only. Explain the analogy of the man bound by hand and feet in 7.14. Analogies, there's a separate actually worksheet also with the analogies given. There's also one called "What are the deficiencies in demigods and their process?" Give references
I
include.
felt in chapter 7, explain analogies of the pearl strung on the thread. This we can say that Lord Krishna is the has supreme position, and how the beads are strung in the thread and still move in its place. Similarly, God also has given us the free will to act as we wish to. But even though our existence is bound to Him, it's like pearl strung on the thread. So that's
you're reading from 7.7, Mataji, or you're saying on your own?
This is my own, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji.
I did not read from I have to open the purport. I don't know. I haven't opened it. But yeah, this is my understanding, what I'm telling.
Okay, Mataji. Can you just quickly repeat one more time?
Yeah, what I'm trying to tell is that Lord Krishna, we all know his supreme position in this universe, right? So as the beads are strung in that thread, but it can still move in its place, right?
The beads. Yes.
Similarly, I feel
Mm.
God has given all of us an individual willpower, free will to act
Mm.
as we want to.
Okay.
But still, our existence is bound to Him. That's the analogy I feel is there. That,
Also, what I used to think of about this is, Mataji, I don't know, I have not, I've also read the purport. I'm just thinking that just as, the beads are pearls are resting on the thread, so similarly, the whole material world is resting on Krishna, totally
yes,
reliant
Mataji,
on him.
I was going
But
to
it
go
is
to that one only.
invisible. Yeah, just as a
Yes,
thread
Mataji.
cannot be seen, similarly, the Lord cannot be seen.
Yes, Mataji. That was the next point I was going to
Okay,
say.
okay.
That
Yeah, but that was
that
nice.
similar.
Actually, I did not think of the beads being able to move and have their own, limited independent, like a kind of narrow
Yeah,
independence.
yeah.
Yes.
So the first point was this. The second point is that as the thread is holding all the beads together,
Hmm.
otherwise it will fall off, right? So
Right.
somebody is holding the whole universe together. It's the God. It's the
Yes.
Lord. Someone greater, right? So
Right.
if the thread gets broken, the thread is broken, then the beads will scatter. So
Right.
similarly, that is what is going to happen if we if Krishna is not there, everything will be scattered.
Devaya.
So these
Yes.
are the 3 points that I felt was
Three. You said two
apt.
points, Mataji.
No, one is
Hmm.
that individual will. Second point is that as the
Individual
thread is
will. Yes,
invisible,
yes.
Lord is doing. And the third one is if thread gets broken, then the
Uh,
beads will scatter. Similarly, if Krishna is not there in our lives, then everything will
yes.
be scattered. Three
Okay,
points.
Mataji. Yes, got it, got it.
Yeah.
Then there's an
So
analogy of the man bound by the feet in 7.14, Mataji. If you can open it or if you know it.
that is Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Durateya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. That one, that is
Daivi
the
Hesha.
shloka.
Yes.
So accordingly, what we feel is here we can understand is we are not free. We don't have that free will as such, right?
Yeah.
We have to understand that we are tied by the ropes of three modes of material nature, or you can say illusion also.
Yes.
That is man bound by hand and feet means we are bound by three modes of material nature. We are conditioned souls.
Hmm.
Without any superior help or Lord Krishna's help, we cannot free ourselves from this material nature.
Yes.
So the analogy is how the man is bound by hand and feet means we are also bound by the three modes of material nature. We are working under its will, and we have to free ourselves. And in case we have to free ourselves from this bondage, we have to do devotional service to the Lord to help get released from this, as we are
Right.
all conditioned souls.
Right.
That kind
And
of
then
analogy I felt.
yes, Mataji. Do we need to, but it doesn't make sense to also mention that, the second part of that verse is Maya, what is that?
Maya
Mameva ye
metam tarantite.
prapadyante.
If
So one
you
who surrendered, Mameva ye prapadyante, Maya
but
taranti.
but how here man is bound by hand and feet.
Hand
That's
and
it.
feet. But if he is in devotional service, he becomes free.
Yeah, that's I mentioned
That's
that
it.
point.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
ma'am.
yeah. So we don't have to, I think, uh, elaborate further than that, I feel. What
Okay.
any other analogy was there?
Yes, Mother. There's one which says that what are the deficiencies in demigod worshippers? Use analogies to explain from verses 20 to 23 purports.
I
What?
think we got this open book question, right, Mataji?
This is in closed book question number 12, Mataji.
Oh, okay.
I'm
But we
reading.
got similar question for open book also. That I was asking you all, what is the open book question?
In open book, there's another question which says that explain how Krishna
Something
does
about
not.
demigod worship from chapter 7, 20 to 23 only.
Oh, verses 23, 20, is it?
Yeah, I remember that doing that
Yes, yes,
also.
yes, correct. But that
Yeah,
doesn't
so
have and cited analogies. Yes.
so the deficiency we can always say, it is all temporary, right? Whatever the material desires they give, it's all temporary. Am I right?
There must be something more solid, no? We have to go to the verses. Have you gone through those verses, Maturi? Is there nothing more
Uh,
solid?
no. I'm just beginning to say this.
Okay.
That
Mataji, the
is it
meeting will
that?
end in 7 minutes. So then we will stop for today and then we'll continue chapter 8 tomorrow.
Yes, Mataji. Because anyway, Lakshmi Mataji did not join.
But we have Kripa,
Then
Mrinal Mataji and Lipsa Mataji, and I have the recording, so I can share the link of this recording to them. Those who want
oh,
to see, they can.
I don't mind staying
If
on,
you
but
don't
if
mind.
others are okay with it.
Yeah. We used to do that earlier on in our previous thing. But I don't know whether anybody even saw the recording. But I will just share it.
I did. I think you shared the notes, Mataji. That was
Notes also
very
I had
useful. We
shared
used
and I had
to
put it
sit
on
and
YouTube.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Notes to everybody would like to open and see and use. And the YouTube link with the recordings, I think hardly anybody saw that. Anyway, Mataji, this one, if you can quickly help us before the meeting gets over. The analogy from 20 to 23, and there is another question about give side analogies from 25 to 26 about how Krishna does not reveal himself. So there are two analogies
Oh,
left.
there too. I didn't check that one actually.
Question 6 and 7 in the open
See,
book have those analogies.
what are the deficiencies in demigod worshippers and their process? I think I have written somewhere. I can't remember now.
If the meeting gets over to now, Mataji, we'll just start with these analogies, these last two analogies tomorrow, and then we'll proceed with chapter 8.
Yeah. By then I will see where I have written it.
Okay, Mataji.
Or you can also try, Mataji. Don't if you have written somewhere.
I haven't written these answers actually. I need to go through the purports
Okay, Mataji. Sure. Then we'll meet tomorrow then.
tomorrow.
And we'll do these last two questions. Any other question that needs to be touched in chapter 7?
I can't find the word analogy in any other questions. I think the last, but that's too long. Explain in your own words Krishna's analysis of demigod worship with reference to appropriate purpose and analogies from Bhagavad Gita 3.10 to 16, 7.20 to 23, and 9.20 to 25.
Eh? Where is
There is
that,
This
Mataji?
is
one
the
I don't
question
see
number
analogy.
it.
11 of the open book. Last
Open book.
question.
No. We don't have to look
We
into
don't need
open
to
book.
go through that. No, I'm just looking at for the word analogy anywhere. Okay.
No. I think
There
only
is
closed
one
book questions and
analogy.
these.
Okay.
Mataji, there is one analogy. A diseased person is recommended to worship the sun god. A person wanting education may worship the
Which
goddess
verse, Mataji?
of
Which
learning,
verse?
Saraswati. This is 7.21. If you come to the next page of page number 346 on the lower half, you can see that analogy.
Okay. What is that once more?
Um,
No, can you say the
Generally,
analogy once more, Mataji?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
For
you.
example, okay. For example, a diseased person is recommended to worship the sun god. A person wanting education may worship the goddess of learning, Saraswati. And a person wanting a beautiful wife may worship the goddess Uma, the wife of Lord Shiva. So, in this way, there are recommendations in the Shastras for different modes of worship of different demigods. And
Got
because a particular living entity wants to enjoy a particular material facility, the Lord inspires him with a strong desire to achieve that benediction from that particular demigod. And so he successfully receives that benediction. The
Mataji, but here the question is what are the deficiencies? We are
Moreover,
not
there's
asking
no
whether Lord is
analogy, no, in this,
inspiring or not.
Mataji.
What are the deficiencies? What is wrong in demigod worshipping?
Hare
Also,
Krishna.
there's
In
no
handbook it
direct
is
analogy.
given. In handbook it is given 7.7, 7.12, 7.40, 14, 15, 23, and 26.
So many verses,
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 analogies are given.
And
Okay,
there's
so
Six
analogy
maybe
lists, no?
analogies.
There's a list of
Yes,
analogies in the handbook, right. That's what I
yes,
was
yes.
saying.
okay. So we will go through the handbook and
Yeah,
check.
tomorrow we'll go through
I have
all these
shared, I
6
have shared.
analogies. Yeah, tomorrow we'll
Okay,
go
No,
through
I
Mataji.
these
was,
6. Yeah,
Mataji, I was mentioning about analogies. I was just giving this analogy that this is one of the
yeah,
analogies that is there in that.
I got it, but I was not able to understand it as an analogy. It just seemed like the diseased person is an analogy. Yes, Mataji. Diseased person is recommended
Diseased
to do
person,
the
I remember
sandalwood.
we've done it before, you know, a diseased
Diseased
person
person. Yes,
analogy.
yes, yes. Diseased person is deficient. That way, if you go to see a diseased person is deficient, he has some deficiency. That's why he's diseased. So such a diseased person goes to a demigod. Just as a
No,
disease.
here the question says, what are the deficiencies in demigod worshippers? Means what is lacking in them? Why can't they approach Krishna? Why are they approaching demigods? Means they are after material wealth. They are after
Materialistic
material
desires.
things. They are after material
Desires.
desires. That
That
is
is
why
true,
they are not
Mataji, but what is
approaching.
your analogy?
Exactly, I know, but I am just trying to understand
Yes,
the
yes,
question.
yes, yes. So we'll try and look for
What?
that and keep these things ready for
Yes,
tomorrow.
yes, Mataji. Sure, why not?
Now only 1 minute is left. So nice. It's really nice
Okay,
to
see you
discuss.
all.
I don't know how much of this discussion will be stay in my brain, but I hope something stays because I don't know how much separate time I'll have to learn. It's just these discussions which will help. So
Whatever
tomorrow,
little we are doing, Mataji, it's because of your help. So thank you so much.
thank you also so much, Mataji. So tomorrow we'll join around the same time, around
Okay.
9 o'clock.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay.
Same,
Thank
same
you.
Zoom link.
Same Zoom link. Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. See you
Hare
all tomorrow.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Bye-bye.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Minal Mataji.